Alright, Jason here from septictank.co.uk, and in this video I'm going to show you how to build and make your very own small off-grid septic tank. So these are all the bits and the bobs that you're going to need if you want to make your off-grid small septic tank. You'll need a black gold, a German IBC. These are very heavy duty. They're not like those rubbishy, flimsy white ones you can get on eBay. They're very, very good, very, very sturdy, very, very strong and ideal for making off-grid septic tanks. So that's the tank. You will need a drill. This is a DeWalt drill. It's fantastic for doing these kind of jobs. It's big enough, it's man enough, and it's got the power, but it doesn't cost the earth. I think that was about 200-300 quid. You'll need a set of pliers. You will need a cutting tool. Now this one I got off eBay. As you can see, it's got a cutting tool on either side there, and in the middle it's got a drill bit, and this cutting tool will fit into the chuck key of the drill, and I'll show you how to use that in a bit. You've got a hole saw. Now this is 120mm 4-inch cutting saw. You can see the teeth there and the drill bit in the middle. Again, that fits into the chuck of the drill, and I'll show you how to use that. You will also need some goggles to protect your eyes. You will need 2 flanges. So these are 110mm 4-inch flanges, pretty straightforward. They've got a ridge in the middle there, which means that you can put a pipe in and you can put a pipe out, but the ridge in the middle separates the two. So you need 2 of those. You'll need 2 110mm donut washers, and you'll need 2 110mm baffles or 90-degree angle pipes. You'll need some screws. That is the particular measurements of the screws. The 5.5 times 25. I find that they're the best for doing the off-grid septic tanks. You'll need a can or a bottle of WD-40. You'll need a riser, like so. You'll need a lid, a lid and frame. This is the riser here, and you'll need a riser like so. So they're the basic main components that you will need to build an off-grid septic tank. So now let me show you how to construct your very own off-grid septic tank. Okay, so to make the hole on the top of the tank, you need this cutting tool, which I got off Amazon. You need your drill, you need some goggles to keep it safe, and you need some pliers. Now the first thing we're going to do is remove the security tag here. Right. There we go. So that's the tag removed, okay? So we'll put that there. Next thing we want to do, you'll notice on top of here, on top of this lid, there's another small lid. So with the pliers, we remove that. Why do we do that? Well, because on top of the lid here, you'll see an indentation. It's like a rubber bit, and on the other side, it's got a core. And why we're doing that? Because we're going to drill down the center of this core, which will give us our the diameter of the hole that we're after. So get the lid, put it back on to the tank. Then the next thing to do is take the drill bit and put it into the drill like so. Then gently make sure it's nice and tight like so. Okay. The next thing, and this is very important, that we need to do is to put the safety goggles on. All right, so there we go. Safety goggles are on. Ta-da! All right, then I'm taking these off the tank because they'll just fall off with the vibrations if not. So let me go and put those over here. Okay, then once we've done that, we then insert the drill bit into the center of the cap, and we slowly pull the trigger until it gets down and drills a little hole into the, there we go. Now, the drill setting, there's 1 and 2 settings. I put it on the fast setting here because the faster it is, the cleaner the hole and the quicker it does it. So let me show you how to do this now. All right, so we spin that round. Now at this point I normally stop I stop just before I actually get a complete 360 hole. Why? Because you get a perfect circle. So there we go. So that is how to simply, easily and safely drill 360, well it's about 350 actually, diameter into the top of the tank. Okay, so in the next video I'm going to show you stage 2. So in this video, stage 2, I'm going to show you how to put the 2 holes in the tank, the inlet and the outlet. So this side we're going to start with the outlet, and we will need 110 mil or a 4-inch hole. So here is a cutter. It's got teeth on, as you can see. You can get these from B&Q or somewhere else, and they actually fit into the drill. Simple as that. Just fit straight into the drill bit there. So once you've done that, tighten the socket so it's nice and tight and it's ready to go. So the way I do it is that I use the frame here, the second to top part of the frame, as my level. So this side is going to be the outlet, okay, because it's going to be the lowest. So let me show you how I drill the outlet hole. All right, so basically on the beautiful, these German black IBCs, there is a line that goes down the center of the tank. So with the drill bit here, I line it up with the line in the center of the tank, and then I slightly push it in, not too much, but just to make it firm, so when it starts drilling it bites and it binds. So let me show you how to do this. So there you go, the drill bit has gone in. So now all that is making contact is the teeth on the cutter and the German black plastic IBC. So let's drill this hole. Now, I've just remembered one thing. As you've probably noticed, I'm not wearing my goggles, which is very silly of me because I forgot. But look, there's the hole, there's the plug that I've just cut out, and there is the outlet hole on this side of the face of the IBC's tank. So I'm going to show you in the next one how to do the inlet pipe, and I'm going to wear my goggles for that one. Okay, so I've got my goggles on now, so never do this without your goggles, okay? So for this one, we need the plug that we got from the first hole. Now, as I said, this is the inlet, and it's very easy to work out, right? You only need a couple of mil difference, right, in height. So we take the plug from the first one, we line it up on top of the bar there, and basically we need a pen. So here, right there, where I've done that mark, was the height of the center of the original hole. So we only need to go 3, 4, 5 mil above that. So let's just do that. So let's put it roughly there. So there you go. So X marks the spot. So that's the spot. Don't know if you can see that. Maybe I should get a white pen for next time, but the point is that's the principle of how you do it. Once you've done that, then get your trusty hole saw, locate the X which marks the spot, press the trigger, there you go, we've made penetration then, and then just make your second hole. There you go, it's as simple as that. And then you'll notice that the plastic usually does get stuck in the plug, but it really simply and easily comes out. So that's how to make your inlet and your outlet. Okay, so now you've done your 2 holes, you now need to get the bits that I showed you at the beginning of the video. So we've got our 2 donut kind of washers, which are 110 mil, 4 inches in diameter. They're very strong, but there is some give in them. So we've got 2 of those. We've got our 2 flanges, all right? And we've got our 2 90-degree bends of 110 mil 4-inch piping. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the flange and we're going to put it in the hole like that. It really is that simple. Then I'm going to take this pipe, I'm going to reach inside and I'm going to push it into the back of the flange. Okay, so that's the principle. But this is the magic, right? So in the past, people used to use sealant, and while sealant is good, it's been bettered by these rings, donut rings, right? And basically it puts a real tight seal on the flange between the hole and where the flange meets the hole. So you get your seal, you stretch it a bit like so, and then you put it onto the flange like so. Okay, then basically you put the flange on here like that, and that is brilliant. That's a real tight. So yes, it's loose at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to show you what to do next. You get your screwdriver, okay, and in here I've got a Phillips head which goes into the extension bit in the chuck key, and here I've got the screws that I showed you before. Okay, so what we're going to do with these screws, we're going to, with the holes that we've got on our flange, we're now going to secure the flange onto the side of the IBC. So this is how we do that. So gently first, so you push it in there, and then just gently to start. There you go. Now that is fantastic. So that is screwed into the hole. So what I do is I go diagonal on these holes so it doesn't split the flange. Okay, so here is another one. So let's get down into that one. These ones behind the bar, slightly tricky, but they're still easy enough to do. There you go, fantastic. So it's 2 in. So then we're going to put another one in here. So I slightly press them before I actually press the trigger of the drill bit. Okay. And you just need to take your finger off the trigger just as it's biting and connecting, as the screw head, you know, has gone all the way through into the tank. All right. So then I'll put this one in next. There we go. And last but not least, the last screw into here. Fantastic, look at that. So that flange is securely attached to the side of the IBC. You can now insert your inlet and outlet pipe into it. Obviously that ridge in the middle stops it going too far in, and the seal there is just fantastic, stops any wastewater from leaking back out of the tank. So I'm going to do the same with the other side, and then I will speak to you again in a minute. Okay, so we've done the inlet pipe and the outlet pipe. We've put the flange on with the seal on, and we've connected it to the side of the tank with six screws in each flange on each side. Now I'm going to connect the baffle pipes into the flange. So as I said, I'm going to put my hand in here, and then you reach down, and then that just slots beautifully, as you can see, into the back of the flange. So I'm going to do the same on the other side here as well. There we go, and that's how easy it is. Now the reason for these baffles is because they stop the solids leaving the tank and entering into the soakaway. So with this cube septic tank, you'd create a soakaway pit for that. And so basically, as I said, these baffles, these 110mm 90-degree pipes, will keep all the fat and the grease and the sludge in the tank. So I'm now going to show you how to attach the riser. Okay, so this is what it looks like when you've put the baffle in, and let's show you internally now what it looks like. So that's what it looks like when it's in the hole. It's flush there, it's sturdy, and if I just turn this around here, there you go. So that's what it looks like internally on both sides. So we take 8 screws, okay, and the first screw, so let me put these screws in my pocket. So then we get the first screw like so, and obviously make contact with the Phillips bit. Then, because they're sharp at the end, they're very sharp, what I actually do, I press down. Well, obviously get your lid center here, but then I press down firmly, but not too firmly. If you press down too firmly, the screw will just fly out. So then I just start pulling the trigger, And then once it binds, I then screw it straight into the tank like so. So you saw that wasn't too bad, didn't you? And then the next one I do is opposite to that. So if I just do this one opposite, oh, you see now I put too much pressure on that, and the screw came out. So let me do that again. There you go, brilliant. So that's 2 screws in. So then I do one at 6 o'clock, one at 12 o'clock. Then I move the tank round. I move the tank round to make it easier. Then I put the next one at 9 o'clock. Okay, there we go. And then once I've done that one at 9 o'clock, I then put one at 7 o'clock and 10 o'clock. All right, so let me show you on this one. Here we go. Again, I stop just as the screw penetrates the top of the riser and the tank, and it goes all the way in. I then, to stop it threading or rethreading, I just release the trigger at the optimum time. So there you go. So I'm just going to do the back of this riser, and then I'll show you how to put the lid in or on. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to put the lid on now. Now on these lids there is a rubber seal. You can actually see it in there, and it actually binds to the plastic. There you go. So you got a rubber seal in there. So when you put that into the lid, it actually binds and makes it unmovable. But the trouble is, because these are new, they're really difficult to put in. So this is where WD-40 really comes in handy. So I get my WD-40, I get a sponge, I then spray inside the lid like so. I then wipe it round with the sponge just like so, and then I get my lid, I put it on, and it just basically bang goes straight into place. So obviously once you've done that, you won't need to remove that again. That is you just can't get that out for love nor money. You know, you need a crowbar to get that out. So on the top of the lid are 4 screws. So because it's child proof, then to get into the lid to empty the tank, you'd remove the 4 screws off the tank. So let me show you now what the tank looks like as I do a 360 for you with the camera. All right, so what have we got here? Well, this is the tank that we've just made. We've got our inlet, we've got the flange, we've got the 6 screws we used, and once that was secured inside, can you see the seal there? That seal is watertight, really is watertight, right? That wastewater isn't coming out. And you've got your flange inside or your baffle, okay? The other side, we did the same, but as you can see, it's slightly lower. So this is the outlet side. So I'd probably mark that out and the other side in. Made exactly the same way. On top, we've got the lid, which is a riser that we secured with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws. And then we put the lid on. So there you go. That is how to make yourself a small septic tank. So thank you very much for watching this video today. If you'd like to see how to make more off-grid septic tanks, or would like free help and advice regarding septic tanks, soakaway sewage treatment plants, then just go onto Google, type in Septic Tank TV. There you'll see my Septic Tank TV channel with loads and loads of free videos of how to do stuff like this and more. So listen, you take care, and I'll speak to you soon. For more information, just click the link below this video, or visit septictank.co.uk for free help and advice.